The Nerd Herd by Kathleen Fitzgerald. Following years of public education, I entered Fort Worth, Texas's Nolan Catholic Junior High School as the cool public school girl. Sadly, this once-in-a-lifetime popular period, think Saved by the Bell's Kelly Kapowski, ended abruptly when teachers discovered I'd already read The Outsiders and moved me to advanced English, immediately torpedoing any chances I had at progressing past chicken fighting with popular it boy Ryan Mead to below-the-shoulder sparring. Luckily, amid the grammar diagrams and sexually uninformed jokes about singing from diaphragms, I found a tribe of girls with whom I'd survive the next 6 years. We called ourselves the Nerd Herd. No one else did, because no one cared enough. There was Amanda, the countercultural Weezer fan, Bridget, reject number 1, who never made a sports team or made out, Katie, reject number 2, similarly outcast by our ambiguously Eastern European volleyball coach, Genesee, Backstreet Boy Nick Carter's tallest stalker, Krista, the cool one, thanks to boobs and a boyfriend, and me, someone who once unknowingly acted as a one-woman slumber party study guide for a friend who'd not yet completed our assigned reading, but was okay with it after realizing that her mom was still going to treat us to an all-you-can-eat chicken fried steak feast at the country buffet the next morning. The only negative thing I could say about these girls was that they were more competitive than the Chinese, making me look relaxed. Me, the kid who at the age of 9 couldn't sleep all night after watching the Greg Louganis biopic Breaking the Surface because I was sure that I too had contracted pool-borne AIDS from Rolling Hills Country Club. Who at 11 had a panic attack in a limited 2 dressing room because the hip Newsies-style cap on my head meant that I was getting older. And if I was getting older, my mom was aging too, and holy shit, I'm gonna be a 75-year-old orphan. When it came to anything besides class ranking, however, these girls had my head geared back. Neurotically enough, the Nerd Herd found each other the way that all actual nerds do, by process of elimination. Separating the socially precocious from our unkempt chaff, we were thrilled to finally locate other girls who shared our individual fondnesses for Chick-fil-A nugget platters and extra credit. While 7th grade counterparts like born-again Christian Brie did things in hot tubs that we still haven't tried today. The only thing that gets hot in my tubs is fried chicken. We were throwing super cool, girls-only costume parties in our parents' homes. Exhibit A, dressed like a female in history party. From left to right, there's Cleopatra, Maharani, Lady Godiva clothed for winter, Holly Golightly adorned for prostitution, and Jacqueline Kennedy dressed for assassination. Exhibit B, dressed like a pop star party. Reject number 2 won this party for dressing like the Backstreet Boys' AJ McLean, complete with shot glass in honor of AJ's recent rehab stint. Exhibit C, dressed like a Spice Girl party. This one was 15% party, 85% dance routine. G is for ginger, blonde is for baby, boa, butterfly clips, and bonsai is for the ethnically confused Spice. Our parties rivaled Hugh Hefner's in both frequency and gender ratio. 99% of attendees were girls. 1% were confused father figures accidentally walking past. This tight, self-selecting Delta Tween Alphas and Betas sorority was committed to grades, joint survival, and most importantly, our costumed alter egos. When dressed as Celine Dion at that pop star party, I refused to speak for 2 hours because I was certain that my "she really disappeared into the role" French-Canadian accent would give me away immediately, long before the group reveal. While cutthroat about GPA, the Nerd Herd found other ways to tourniquet friendships. Whether creating boy band-themed get-well-soon cards, Nick Lachey wants you to get back to 98.6 degrees soon, voting one of us Blancas into the office of Spanish National Honor Society president, or sitting together in silence in a dimly lit room when a close friend of the herd died. There's power in numbers, and we were no exception. While ripe for teasing, we rarely received it to our faces. We never partied with booze or boys, instead getting absolutely buzzed off of serving on school honor councils, using words like dilapidated, and remaining willfully ignorant about our dance dates being either make-believe or closeted. In retrospect, a swirly or two wouldn't have been far-fetched. But there were 6 of us, and only 4 toilets in each of our school's bathrooms. Besides, people instinctively know not to mess with a group of nerds too much in case future you ever needs a lawyer, of which 2 now are, amnesty grant, one has connections, or doctor. We choked there. For more than 2,000 school days, we stood shoulder to shoulder on the social battlefield of junior high and high school. In between pretending to be pop stars and historical figures, we were there. There to learn, there to cover our test answers like we were protecting the nuclear code, there to try things solo, there to fail, there to survive. As a word, survival is total cheeseballs. As an anagram, it's perfect. Via Lervs, translating to life loves or through love. Today, these lifelong loves dot the U.S. countryside. Backstreet Boys Stalker is working as an educator in Oregon. Reject number 1 has found international acceptance in the U.S. State Department. Reject number 2 is putting away bad guys in the Boston District Attorney's office. The cool one is a lawyer in Texas. Still has the boobs and now a lifelong boyfriend, aka husband. Countercultural Weezer fan is a Texas sales executive, married and pregnant with her first child. And the Human Study Guide lives in Chicago, an accidental technologist after aging out of the tutoring for fried steak industry. But no matter what we do for work, how far we trek, Afghanistan, why? How much we grow, emotionally and girth-wise, or how many years we put between us and the pheromonal battlefields of Fort Worth, Texas. Once a nerd herd, always a nerd herd.